Alright, and it looks like we're gonna get started right away. It's gonna be XDK versus Kree's Villager. I'm actually curious to see which stage because I can't imagine. Oh, yeah, we're gonna start on PS2, fairly neutral stage. X is gonna be able to use these platforms for Ding Dong, and Kree is gonna be able to use the kind of larger space in order to zone X out. Now, oh my gosh. X almost getting that really early kill with the down air due to the way that Balloon extends the hurt box. Or, sorry, extends the hitbox. Apologies. Kree actually doing a lot of very good damage with the down throw forward air, which tends to link very well into these big bodies. Ooh, X very good landing down B. Oh. Kree's getting a good time setting up with the tree, but actually X's up B is actually going to armor straight through. Ooh, X going for the rogue forward air, but he's going to pay for it. First stock going for Kree. You can never really overextend too much against Villager, given the fact that they have very solid disjoints and very kind of just these big moves that they can throw out, especially up air and down air, that could put you in a very bad situation if you're a heavy that struggles and disadvantaged. Right. Good back air, almost killing, but not quite. I believe he did actually land the sour spot there. Alright, well, Kree wanting to look for this back throw in order to force X to kind of recover, because X, a lot of this damage was not acquired in neutral because of combos. A lot of what Villager does is net a lot of damage while the other character's in disadvantage, because Villager's ledge trapping and edge burning setups are very potent. Now, right, good landing there. That's what I'm talking about, mixing up with these jumps and landing aerials in order to kind of force your way in versus Villager, who may be using a lot of the same tools. There's always an opening. Oh, good forward there from Kree. Getting stage control now, having the tree set up. Kree kind of deciding maybe he doesn't want the tree there, wanting to set this up at ledge in order to make it more difficult for... Ooh, great down air from Kree. Kree with his first stock, kind of in a bad spot, but left relatively safe, versus X, who has a giant punch on deck. Now, what X is looking for is definitely one of these setups. If he can get a cargo throw, oop, X just up being right into the blast zone there. Game 1 is going to go Kree. Very strong game coming from Kree. It looks like he had a lot of very good concept of stage control. Like I was talking about earlier, he was able to prevent Kree from, or sorry, he was able to prevent X from really forcing his way in there. Alright, if I had to guess, he's gonna, so I noticed Kree struck SV and Smashville and Lilat, which were very good options, given that DK likes a lot of platforms to be available, and he likes their smaller blast zones so that he can get a lot of kill confirms or kill throws with grab at very early percents. See here. And the winner of this was going to move on for winners finals versus Bankai, actually. So this will be a very exciting set to see.
One, go!
Let's see here. Yep. All right. Yeah. X opting for the battlefield, which is a very good decision, especially given that he wants, as I stated earlier, he wants a lot of platforms to not only set up Ding Dong with, but he also wants to use those to land. Now, looking for the side B there because it's kind of reading Kree's shield, but Kree actually being able to spot dodge just in time. Alright, good dash attack being one of DK's kind of confirmed tools, especially into back air, which sets up for really good damage. I believe around 40, almost 40 to 45 if you can get a dash attack to back air. Now, let's see here. It's looking like Kree is going to want to really keep. Looks like Kree is really going to want to keep the center stage here, because even though even though X maybe benefits from the presence of these platforms and the ability to access these platforms, if Kree can control the center, he's in range to get to all three of those platforms, whether it's with a forward air or an up air. Alright. Side B. X getting a very, very good up B there. What's very handle about these, it has a lot of startup, but however, it can be a very, very good last-ditch effort tool if you want to force your way in, just given the fact that it has a lot of really solid super armor on the startup. Now Kree is going to have to, now that he has that option in mind, he's definitely going to be shielding a bit. X is going to actually have him conditioned to shield a bit more, which can be useful during the late game, but Kree actually getting that very, very solid hacks there, one of Villager's kind of faster killing tools, which is going to put Kree up a stock. Alright. Oh no, this is unfortunate. So when you actually set up the tree, it prevents the mechanic that causes you to move backwards during rapid jab, meaning that Kree is actually able to keep X there either in shield or during the rapid jab animation for as long as he wants, which can be very, very scary, especially if you're trying to make up a deficit. Alright. Alright. Good tree setup coming up for Kree. Now, you're just kind of getting these forward airs in, and he's going to want to keep X as long as he possibly can. Alright, good back air. Alright. Kree, definitely setting up with, we noticed Kree setting up a lot with Lloyd in the corner there. That's because, given that Lloyd is a slow-moving projectile, ooh, good beer versus Axe. And this set's going to go to Kree 2-0. Really, really good stuff from